walking on your hands and see the world hanging upside down. You can understand dependence when you know their maker's land. So make your sirens call and sing all you want. I will not hear what you have to say, 'cause I need freedom now, and I need to know how to live my life as it's meant to be.
Ladies and gentlemen, everyone, please welcome Leif Vollebekk.
Thanks so much. I don't know. They were like, "You ready in 30 seconds?" And I was like, "Yes." And then that was a lot faster. Did you guys think I wasn't coming? When I saw Prince, he like showed up like so late that I was like, "Is he coming?" And then I was like, "Oh, like he's really not coming." And then he didn't come. But then he came. And I was like, that's so cool, because there's so much tension when you go see a show and they don't come out at like 10 or whatever. And you know what I mean? And then you're like, wow, where are they? And then no one's like, Prince is 15 minutes late, you know? And you don't know. Anyhow. You know what I mean? And we don't have that anymore. In the 90s, you go on a date, and then like you'd be like, are they coming? Did they stand me up? And then like, oh, I was on late on the bus or whatever. Now you're just like, where the fuck are you? You know? Just kidding. I don't go on dates. Okay. So we're just gonna be doing jokes today. Oh, there's more people in the back. I look at my phone too much, so I can't see back there. But you guys have nice shaped heads. Great heads. This is a song called Moondog. It's got nothing to do with anything. Any of that. It's got to do with other stuff. Turn on this little guy. Hope you guys aren't late for anything. You are now. When I was young and I was barely free, just a boy upon my mother's knee, was that the wind howling through the trees? Was that you calling me? Calling me. You showed me where the candle flame was black. I said, oh baby, I never noticed that. And with your breast pressed against my back, you were laughing in the back. Laughing in the back. Take a look at this face of mine. Is it cool? Is it crystalline? Or a pale imitation? Brand new tessellation. Tell me what you see. Moondog, you're all I need. Mind keeps circling back to you, just like the universe, it begs me to. What frightens me is what frightens you. Oh baby, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Breaking free with a deeper will. The one I seek is a seeker still. Always reaching, never teaching. I know nothing, baby. Who am I to instruct? Moon dog, you out of luck. Sometimes it's magic, sometimes it's hidden. Half of magic is just hiding. I always love you, just didn't know I did. One day I just let the light in. It was a barn burner in Galena, Illinois. Faded me like a bolt of lightning. Tired of living in the pouring rain. 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 It's my life and I'm living in it. Tired of living in the pouring rain. Tired of living in the pouring rain. Tired of living in the pouring rain. It's my life. Sometimes it's magic, sometimes it's hid. Half of magic is just hiding.
What a beautiful song. Keep it going for Leif Vollebekk. Welcome back to the PNC Live Studio here at KINK, and welcome back to Portland on this chilly November day. But you're from Montreal. We're from Ottawa originally, but you live in Montreal now. Is that accurate?
That is completely accurate.
So this must feel downright balmy to you. This is comfortable to you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite nice. Yeah.
Somebody talked me into going to, I was living in Atlanta at the time, and some friends talked me into going to Montreal the week between Christmas and New Year's. Oh my God.
Your friend?
Yeah, I know. We're not friends anymore. I've never experienced cold like that.
Yeah, frenemy.
Why
Frenemy invitation right there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful city, but
it gets
my
worse.
goodness.
In February, it gets worse.
My tears froze.
Yeah.
I've
no,
never
right.
experienced that.
No, you get a little like icy beard.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it's not pleasant.
So it's a bilingual city. Do you speak French? Parlez-vous français?
Ben oui.
Are you
parlez français aussi?
I took 4 years in high school and college, but I barely can find a bathroom
Wow.
in Paris.
I understand you perfectly.
So are you fluent?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
My
pretty
mom's
cool.
French Canadian. My half of my mom's side is French Canadian. So.
Very nice. I respect people that are bilingual. That impresses me a great deal.
Oh.
Let's talk about the new album. It's called Revelation, and if I have this correct, you wrote a lot of it or all of it during the pandemic.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
How do you find inspiration when you're stuck at home all by yourself to write music?
Well, I think a lot of artists that I knew were secretly texting each other, being like, I don't know about you, but this is so nice.
I have heard that from so many artists.
But don't tell anyone,
Yeah.
And it's like, but every artist I know, and so, I mean, being quiet, as nobody does it anymore.
And for artists that are on the road so many months out of the year to have a break.
Yeah, it was funny because I was supposed to be right before the pandemic. I was actually here, and we were doing a tour, and then I was like, oh, I want to write all these songs. I have these new songs I'm thinking about, but I'm going to be on the road for a year. And I remember thinking, it's kind of bad. I thought, if they told me I had to stay home this year, I wouldn't mind. It was really freaky, and then it's
So
my
it's
fault.
because of you.
I know.
Leif Vollebekk, thanks a lot.
But I thought it was only going to last like a few months. Remember at the beginning?
Well,
they were like,
originally we thought like 2 weeks. I remember
Yeah.
going to the grocery store here, Fred
Yeah.
Meyer, and loading up on groceries for the 2-week, lockdown.
Yeah, the 2-week thing. So I remember like, man, I better, get it. So and then it was like always extended a little, just a little. And so I was
Right.
always like, I'm going to really take advantage of this time. It was a really good time for writing. I mean, everything else was a bit crazy, but it's nice to be quiet.
Well, now I feel like a failure because all I did was learn how to make sourdough bread.
Oh, yeah, I was like avoiding posting about cooking. I was like, because you'd be like, oh, I'm cool, and then you're like, I'd be like, I'm gonna wait a week and see if this becomes a trend before I like, and then it would be like everybody like
Yeah.
Timothy Chalamet's got his sourdough, and you're like, I'm so glad I didn't.
Oops.
Like I just want to like, you want to feel like you're not part of some sort of like giant wave of
Right.
like inevitable like trends.
Not me. I'm a follower.
No, I didn't mean
I
to say it like
along.
that. No, I did it too. I just you didn't.
I know, just
I don't know.
kidding.
I just feel like I haven't gotten in trouble. I don't think Timothy Chalamet did bake sourdough bread.
Wonder what he did in the pandemic.
He
Probably something constructive.
Probably probably.
Probably
nailed
read
it.
books. Something silly like that.
I don't want to go this direction anymore.
So let's get back to the album, Revelation. Did I read that a lot of times a song comes to you in odd ways, sometimes in your dreams?
Well, just the one time.
Just the only happened
Yeah,
once?
just the one time. Yeah.
That's a good story. Tell that story.
Well, it was so all the shows were canceled, and I was learning Led Zeppelin songs on the guitar because I was like, oh, what? And I was texting my friend Brad. I said, "What? This is so fun." And when we get out of this, let's do a Led Zeppelin cover band and like rock out. We didn't do it, but I was learning rock and roll. I guess I went to sleep thinking about that song, and then I had this dream where Jeff Buckley sang it to me, but sang not that song, a completely different song. And I was in a rehearsal room with him, and I guess I was getting ready for tour or something. It didn't make any sense, and he just sang these lyrics, rock and roll, and showed me these chords. And when I woke up, I was like, oh, I love that we played Led Zeppelin. I was like, that's not Led Zeppelin. And I wrote it down, and it was this song, Rock and Roll. So which is on the record, yeah.
How convenient if you could do that all the time.
I know.
Huh.
Yeah, I thought I was like, I kept going to sleep like really stoked.
Come on,
And then,
tonight.
it was just like, yeah. One time Carl Jung like showed, I had coffee with him in an airport, and like between flights kind of thing.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, like I'll come hang out with you between flights. Like you got a big layover, I'll hang out with you. And I was like, oh, thanks, Carl.
How sweet.
Yeah, and he but then he didn't have a lot much to say, but it was really nice. And then he like drew like a lake, like water pouring down a lake, and he was like, what about this? And I was like, I don't know. And I woke up
What
being
are you
like, I don't
saying?
know what that means.
Right.
Yeah.
So before I get out of the way, you've been a musician for a long, long time. When did you start playing guitar and piano? Like a little kid, right?
I was about just a boy, just a
So-
little.
are you
a wee
self-taught?
lad. Yes.
Sort of.
Yes,
Kinda.
all the stuff I kept, I self-taught. No. This is my grandpa's guitar right here.
Oh, that's cool.
So he played it when I was a little boy, and yeah, there's a picture of me like salivating over him playing it. Yeah.
But you went to college to study philosophy, right?
I did. I didn't. A lot of my friends went into music, and I hope I don't insult anyone. I will watch. I'm gonna.
Here it comes. Make
Here it
sure
comes.
the cameras are working.
Everybody just no. No, I just noticed that all my favorite artists didn't go, like Bob Dylan, Leonard Cohen. They didn't go study music.
You probably didn't need it at that point in your life. I
Well,
mean,
I don't know. I just was like, whether it's all my favorite artists, they weren't in university or college for music. They were always studying other things. So I thought, in a way, I thought, well, philosophy seems more helpful for. I don't know. I just really liked it.
and has it helped with your songwriting?
I don't know. It definitely like, yeah. I
would
mean,
think so.
but it wasn't like that. I also the songs that I was writing were particularly bad at the time, and so I was trying to delay putting out music that was extra terrible. So I thought I could, like, do you know what I mean?
I guess.
Like, you're like if you wrote poetry in like high school,
Right.
and because you feel so strongly. I think Nietzsche said, but like when you're so convinced, you don't feel the burden of having to prove something. And so you actually do yourself a disservice. And so I think when you feel things strongly, you don't necessarily articulate, or you kind of maybe, you know what I mean? When you read,
You're
when
very
you write-
deeply full of it. I'm
Do you know what I
digging
mean?
it. I love it.
you
Yeah.
know? Yeah. Anyhow. So yeah, I think it's helpful to realize that you're not communicating what you're feeling if you're feeling it too strongly without,
Sure.
I don't know, hard to explain without
No,
reading
I know
some
what
high
you're
school
saying. I'm
poetry.
following.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
yeah.
the blue sun blows my mind, and then you're like, well, like they felt it, but you're not
Yeah.
necessarily clear on how to receive that. I don't know what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying. I like
You
that
do?
a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it so much, I'm just going to stop talking now and get out of the way. And we're going to play some more music.
Okay.
Leif Vollebekk, everybody.
I'm just insulting everybody. This is such a gorgeous piano, this little Steinway. I mean, it's not that pretty, but like sounding wise. I didn't mean to say it was ugly, but you know what I mean? No, you don't usually think, but this, it's a little upright. You don't play a lot of Steinway uprights. Yeah, down with Steinway. Yeah, who else? Who else is next? No one's safe. This is a song called Southern Star. It was the first song I wrote for the record, and I was like, okay, I got, you always need one song before you think that you can do it again, and this was that one. Big dreams, they move slowly, like a fog across the plains. Dream where I'm riding horses, you're on my mind again. Maybe I was born to wander, you took me a while to find. You know I still get shivers when your voice rubs up on mine. Do you know who you are? Are you my friend or lover? Perhaps it just can't be defined. I know I can't take you with me. You're a map with no folding lines, and I climb that Northwest Passage, look the master in the eye. When I'm confused, confounded, I search for you in the sky. Do you know who you are? Faith in the morning after. Wait for the time to come. Say when love don't come easy, just know who you are. Baby, you're my southern star. Come out of the shapeless stardust. The rafters, they shake for you. They're clamoring for a song now. The lights are blown in blue. Hey, it's just a chain reaction. Relinquish your perceived control. Float down that my mighty river. Sweet mother, the angel soul. Do you know who you are? Faith in the morning after. Wait for the time to come. Say when love don't come easy, just know who you are. Baby, you're my southern star. Thank you. Oh, Brad. Cool. Thank you. You guys are so great. Thank you. I'm not used to playing it just straight like this. Oh, we cut out? Oh, yeah, okay. Good call. Smart. I gotcha. This is a song called Peace of Mind. It was the last song I wrote for the record. It was kind of done, and then this song kind of appeared out of thin air. And this is a guitar that I was in a guitar shop in Australia, and it's called Klingen Guitars, and it was just wall-to-wall cool guitars. And I sent a picture to my girlfriend. I was like, "Look at this place," and she wrote back, "What about that little one at the top?" And there was a picture of this guitar, and it was like cut off. And I thought, "What do you mean?" She's like, "What about that little one over there?" And it was like maybe 100 guitars. She picked this one out, and I thought, "Oh, like I'll try it." And it didn't look that great. And I played it, and I thought, "Oh shit!" And she picked it out of, I don't even know what made her want to pick it out. And then I thought, "Okay, I'll get it for her." And then when I got back home, I thought, maybe we'll share it, you know. and I thought, no. And then I ended up giving it to her, and it wasn't quite right. So I was like, "Oh, great." So I'll get you another one. So I got a different guitar, and I wrote this song on it. And so it's nice when a song justifies buying guitars, really. Driving around looking for action, mountain range come into view. The colors they change with the sun and the rain, and maybe now I'm different too. Last night I prayed for direction, this morning when it showed, I didn't hold on. Now baby it's gone, and you tell me now that's just how it goes. Ooh, you give me peace of mind. Ooh, you give me peace of mind. Honey, you make it look easy, floating above the world. But when you least expect it, your body electric brings you back to that little girl. Running through the streets of the village, talking to strangers on high. 98 in the shade, for this you were made. My northern blood was begging to fly. Ooh, you give me peace of mind. Ooh, you give me peace of mind. Blood in the river, turning to dust. Who will deliver two of us. I wonder if I'm crazy to want this, wandering from town to town. What if my purpose is deserting the circus? Honey, would you follow a clown? I dreamed I attended my funeral, children playing in the rain, a dandelion placed over my face, and I'll never be the same again. Ooh, you give me peace of mind. Peace of mind. Ooh, you give me peace of mind. Ooh, you give me peace of mind. 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 Thank you so much. I'm going to do one more for you. This is going to be a song called Rock and Roll. I'm going to go over there. I warned them. I haven't done this before, but I want to do it. So. Oh, if this doesn't work, then it didn't work here first. This is the song that on the record it's on the piano, and the band kind of gives it the backbeat. I'll give you time, don't worry. I'll be real slow. Yeah, but in the dream, it was like this. It was really cool. So I'm gonna try to do a little combo of it too. Flowers wilted when the days got hot. Slow motion wheels on a fast moving truck. I'm driving around just to pick you up, but I can't find you. In the water of a sacred place, see your reflection, yeah, I see your face. And I know that all will be erased if I touch it. I'm on a boat and I'm out at sea. There's no captain, or maybe the captain is me. And you got your head laying on my knee. Then I wake up. When you told me that you lost a friend, but it's just beginning in the end, and that you'll be seeing her again at the river. Well, I think I know just where you've been. Well, grandfather, he played the violin. Babe, I still remember him when I'm playing. So I'm gonna play just this one note. It ain't even one of the ones I wrote. In fact, none of them are, didn't you know? They're made by the maker of rock and roll. Rock and roll, rock and roll, rock and roll. Sha-la-la-la. Sha-la-la-la.
rock and roll, rock and roll, rock and roll. Sha-la. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, keep it going for Leif Vollebekk. And just so we're clear, we don't pay extra just because you play two instruments at the same time. You really just
And I had a maraca on my foot.
I was gonna say, add some percussion, then we'll be impressed.
Yeah.
The new album's called Revelation. His show is at Wonder Ballroom tonight. One more time for Leif Vollebekk, everybody.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
.9 KINK.